Have you ever stopped to wonder if something as private and natural as masturbation actually changes with age? Most men never bring it up. They assume it is exactly the same at 20, 40, or even at 70. But after working with men for over a decade as a urologist, I can tell you with certainty your body changes and so does the way it reacts. Many men over 60 are still handling themselves the same way they did when they were teenagers. Fast, rough, and without much thought. But here's the truth. That old method can quietly make problems worse: circulation issues, prostate strain, and even loss of sensitivity. The good news is this. The right approach after 60 is not about stopping. It is about adjusting. When done mindfully, self-pleasure can actually protect your prostate, improve blood flow to your pelvic area, and even help you maintain stronger erections during intimacy. But if you do it carelessly, it can lead to numbness, weaker response, or unnecessary pressure on your system. And here's why you should stay with me until the very end, because the last mistake I'm going to reveal is the most dangerous of them all. Most men don't even realize they're doing it, yet it may be the biggest reason why sensitivity fades and performance struggles appear with age. The first mistake is rushing. When you were young, you probably wanted to finish as quickly as possible. Your body was overflowing with hormones, and blood flow was effortless. Back then, you didn't need any real warm-up. Arousal was instant. Firmness happened almost automatically, and the urgency often felt impossible to ignore. That's why so many men got into the habit of getting it over with fast, almost like flipping a switch. But once you cross 60, your body follows a different set of rules. Your arteries may be stiffer, testosterone levels lower, and your nerves less sharp. The pathways that once carried blood quickly and forcefully into the erectile tissue now need more time and gentler stimulation. If you keep up with the old fast, forceful routine, you're not giving your tissue what it needs. Instead of encouraging oxygen-rich blood to enter and stay, you're starving the erectile chambers of circulation. That leaves you feeling less full, less satisfied, and sometimes even sore afterward. The smarter way is to slow down. And this is where many men discover that age actually brings a new kind of pleasure. Think of it less like sprinting and more like taking a long, relaxed walk. A walk boosts your circulation, gives your muscles steady oxygen, and leaves you refreshed instead of drained. That's exactly what slowing down does for your erections. It allows blood to build gradually inside the erectile tissue, filling it more fully and letting pressure stabilize, which leads to firmness. Slowing down also helps your nervous system stay calm instead of stressed. Fast, rough activity triggers shallow breathing, tense muscles, and adrenaline release, all of which narrow your blood vessels. A slow rhythm with deep breathing, on the other hand, activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and restore mode. In this state, arteries open wider, blood moves more freely, and sensitivity comes back. Don't see slowing down as weakness. See it as working smarter with the body you have now. Just like you wouldn't run a marathon without pacing yourself, you shouldn't expect your sexual response at 60 or 70 to thrive on the same rushing habits you had as a teenager. By taking your time, breathing deeply, and letting arousal build naturally, you'll feel firmer, more satisfied, and more connected to the moment. The next mistake is relying only on a tight grip and constant friction. Many men jokingly call this the death grip. And while it may have felt effective when you were younger, it becomes harmful with age. Over years, this habit conditions your brain and body to only respond to one very specific kind of stimulation. The result is reduced sensitivity, difficulty responding to a partner's touch, and sometimes even needing stronger pressure just to feel the same arousal. After 60, your body needs a different approach. The better way is to use a lighter touch and vary the pressure. Think of it as teaching your nerves to wake up again and respond more easily. When you ease up, you allow oxygen-rich blood to flow into the erectile tissue instead of pushing it away. This gentler style not only protects sensitivity, it retrains your body to enjoy a broader range of sensations, something that makes intimacy with a partner much more rewarding. And here's where many men hold back: lubrication. Too often, men see using lube as weakness, as if needing it means something is broken. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Lubrication isn't a crutch. It's a tool, and a very powerful one. It reduces skin irritation, protects circulation by lowering friction damage, and makes the entire experience smoother and more enjoyable. In fact, many urologists recommend it, especially since skin becomes thinner and more delicate with age. As your skin changes, caring for it matters even more. The nerve endings are still there, but they're slower to respond. Treating them with patience, variety, and comfort helps them stay sharp and engaged longer. Instead of dulling them with harsh techniques, you're preserving them. Posture is another overlooked factor. If you're hunched in a chair, shoulders bent forward, hips compressed, you're pressing directly on the very arteries and nerves responsible for delivering blood and sensation to your pelvis. Instead, give your body space. Try lying on your back, where gravity takes pressure off the pelvic arteries, or stand with relaxed knees instead of locking them. These positions open your hips and free up circulation. Think of water flowing through a hose. Bend the hose, and the stream weakens. Straighten it, and the flow is powerful again. That's what happens when you correct your posture. Now add breathing to the mix. Deep belly breathing, inhaling through your nose, letting your stomach rise, then exhaling slowly through your mouth, is more than relaxation. Each breath loads your blood with oxygen, the fuel erections depend on. At the same time, this kind of breathing triggers your body to release nitric oxide, the natural chemical that signals your arteries to relax and widen. Wider arteries means stronger blood flow. Stronger flow means firmer performance. With every breath, you're laying a foundation. Instead of working against your own body by sitting in circulation-blocking positions, you're helping it. So the next time you notice yourself slouched over, reset. Straighten up, open your hips, and take a few slow belly breaths. These small changes, oxygen, nitric oxide, open arteries, create a foundation for strength at any age. Another issue surrounded by myths is frequency. Many men over 60 have been told, directly or indirectly, that they should stop masturbating. Some worry it drains energy. Others believe it harms the prostate. But here's the reality. Regular ejaculation is not harmful. In fact, it helps. Each release clears old fluid from the prostate, lowers the risk of buildup and inflammation, and keeps the muscles and blood vessels active. It's like exercise for your reproductive system. But balance matters. Just because it's good doesn't mean more is always better. If you enjoy it daily and still feel energetic and healthy, there's no reason to stop. But if you feel sore, tired, or irritated, your body is asking you to slow down. Unlike when you were younger, recovery matters more now. For many men, 2 to 3 times a week strikes the right balance. That rhythm cleanses the prostate, supports blood flow, and keeps testosterone activity stimulated, without straining your system. Think of it like lifting weights. Lift every day without rest, and your muscles break down. Lift a few times a week with recovery, and you grow stronger. Your sexual system works in a similar way. And remember, quality matters as much as quantity. A mindful, relaxed session, even less often, is far more powerful than rushing through it 5 times a week. It's not just how often you do it, but how you do it. Your mind also plays a major role. After 60, arousal is not only physical, it's mental and emotional. If you bring stress, worry, or shame into the moment, your body tightens up. Blood vessels shrink, breathing turns shallow, and circulation suffers. That's why erections often weaken during stressful times, even if nothing else changes physically. The shift happens when you stop treating self-pleasure as a quick release and start seeing it as self-care. It's not just about pleasure. It's about calm, confidence, and connection with your body. The brain is the largest sexual organ. When your mind is relaxed, your body follows. The final mistake is relying too heavily on adult content. At first, it feels harmless, a quick way to spark arousal. But over time, it rewires your brain. You start needing more extreme, novel images to feel the same excitement. Real intimacy feels weaker. After 60, when sensitivity is already lower, this dependence can make arousal even harder. You may notice erections are weaker without a screen, or stimulation feels flat. This isn't just in your head. Overuse of adult content changes dopamine pathways, the brain chemicals that control pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction. Too much artificial stimulation dulls the system, leaving you empty afterward. The solution is to gradually rely less on screens. Reconnect with imagination, memories, and your senses. Close your eyes and picture something exciting. Feel the warmth, the touch, the presence. This retrains your brain to respond to real physical cues, which strengthens your body's natural reactions. Many men are shocked by how much more satisfying it feels once they cut back on screens. Erections become stronger, arousal feels natural, and climax is deeper. And when you're with a partner, you're no longer comparing them to exaggerated online images. You're fully present. Pornography is like junk food for the brain. It gives a quick high, but leaves you weaker in the long run. Real intimacy, even with yourself, is like a nourishing meal. It takes more presence, but it leaves you stronger, energized, and satisfied. So here's the bottom line. Staying confident and connected after 60 isn't about luck. It's about habits. Avoid the mistakes we've discussed. Rushing, gripping too hard, ignoring posture, neglecting breathing, fearing lubrication, overusing screens. Instead, focus on slowing down, using care, breathing deeply, and treating intimacy as a full-body experience, not just a quick release. Your body is still capable of more than you think. With patience, attention, and respect, you can experience stronger erections, deeper satisfaction, and renewed confidence. This stage of life is not an ending. It's a chance to rediscover pleasure in a richer, more meaningful way. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and stay with me for more simple yet powerful tips to keep your health and vitality strong at every age.